Honestly, I have like basically not spoken at all today because of how I'm feeling. So, uh, we will definitely be seeing how this goes. Where's open file location? There we go. And Legends of Runeterra. Save. Okay. Actually, that's fine to keep going. Okay. I think I'm actually good. Oh, I need to send this. See, I told you guys I'd be getting quicker at this shit. I think I might even have this under a minute now. Alright, so hi, hey, hello again. So we are continuing on with our series of going through the new player experience in Legends of Runeterra. We are now at Bronze, I think, 2. The main reason I'm not clicking off of the screen I'm on right now is because there's like rewards and stuff that you have to open each day. Game is still in German, so I don't exactly know what any of it says. This isn't notification about Prime Gaming through Twitch, which I'm pretty sure they're doing away with. So this might be a notification to get those queued up while you still can. I guess a shout out to that. But as always, video timestamps are in the description down below. And we're just going to get right into the games. All right, I have to do this. Also, so in the event that that it's not obvious, I may sound a little sickly. You know, getting this card's actually kind of interesting. Also, we were talking yesterday about doing Poros, and now here's Poros. I think now that like we're starting to like open random cards, it might be easier to like actually acquire things. Interesting how this one's like just Ledros and Runation. And I really wish I could tell what my quests were. I really wish I knew what any of my quests were, but I am way too stubborn to change it now. Alright. Like I said, we're just gonna jump into more games. We were trying to get through Bronze with Pirates. So, like, yesterday's stream, we made Teeko Kayle, but never actually played it. And then we, tried Nasus Veigar and Veigar Senna, but, like, the issue with this is that we hit, like, 3 meta decks and just didn't have the tools necessary to compete. I think, like, this deck can do well against, like, the Morgana Galio if you're able to run, like, Eradication and stuff. But we don't have access to that, so here we are. God, it's so disorienting playing this game in German. But at least I get to hear all the fun voice acting. I hope I have the volume loud enough for you guys to be able to hear it. Alright. So we got Zed, Callista. We're gonna toss all of these. I think I'll even toss this. I'd really rather just have 1-drops in this, in like any matchup really, but honestly, since we don't have ways to trade into Zed, keeping this card could be good. For those who can't read German, Soldnurin, this will grant something, the strongest enemy, vulnerable on play, or on summon. Okay, now you see, now this is probably fine. We can play this into this. The idea being that, like, That's actually like, we're gonna lose out on 2 damage, but it gives us the potential for 6 damage on next turn. And then if they do play Zed, we can play this in response. It's like we're giving up some damage on turn 1 just to make turn 2, or turn 4, I guess, much more impactful. Well, that's real funny, but, do I even want to develop this? You know what? Sure, I'd rather push 2 more damage. If they're about to heal up the full... You sound a bit under the weather. Yeah, we definitely are a bit under the weather. Definitely have something or another going on. Like, the only thing that really screws us is them having a second octopus. To which that is not. Do I want to trade in my crack shot? I mean, if they tank all of this just to kill the crack... Oh, wait, it won't... Okay. I mean, it's ephemeral anyway.
Es gibt keinen anderen Weg.
Bam, bam, bam. We got our ping back. I mean, look, there is definitely a world where, like, we just lose next turn if I don't. Are you wearing a hoodie indoors? I am, because it is 69 degrees in my apartment at the moment. Okay, I can unfortunately not really just tank this damage, I don't think. Well, I mean, Shadow Isles Ionia would only really have Drain, right? I mean, I guess I value trade here so that I can, and then also trade this in. They need to have double. Interesting. Okay. I mean, I kind of figured they had this card, but it's okay. Because I don't think they ever trade this Zed in. But they might. Either way, I need to cast this. Alright, boop. Boop. I'll answer that in a bit. Oh, I can actually just win here. Haha. So now, barring them having, like, some healing right this second. Boom. I think the thing that was tricky there was, like, knowing when to trade or when to attempt a value trade and just how much damage can you reasonably take. They could have won on that attack swing, the last one that they did, if they had double twin discipline. I'm pretty sure that's still in standard. Calcrum with the 4-month Prime resub. Thank you so much. How are you today?
What up?
What up? Not too much. I'm not sure if you were here in any of the earlier streams this week, but we made a brand new account to be able to kind of judge the new player experience a little bit, see like what kind of cards you can make, how hard it is for someone who's brand new at the game to progress. And it's also in German, so, you know, do with that information what you will. We inting again. Well, you know, it's, I just realized I didn't update this. It's, kind of a mixed bag. Why German? One of life's greatest mysteries, isn't it? No, German because this was supposed to be an EU account. But, it has decisively become not an EU account. So, what if I just, like, don't play anything? I don't know. That kind of seems bad. I think I want to do something. I should play one of these instead of this, because Salter can't block this. Interesting. I don't know if you will continue to agree that that was worth the mana. I think it's quite unlikely that they had a second one. So that's why we're feeling pretty safe to just develop this MF. I think the worst thing they could have done was Salter into Hate Spike or something. Do you really have nothing, friend? Like, Eradication doesn't do enough. You still have to deal with a 4-4, or a 4-3. I wonder if I should just develop this. Is 6, 7, 8, 9 going to 9 damage? Is that better? I don't know. I don't think so. Especially if they just, like, Vengeance this for some reason. Well, I guess we're just doing this. They've already used an Eradication, so we are probably free to play these. They must be thinking about Vengeance or something.
Ganz ruhig. Das ist nicht mein erstes Mal.
Gibt noch eine Menge umzulegen.
Ich handle mit Gold und Massaker.
And we're just really hoping in the next, like, turn or two they don't have a second Eradication. Okay, well, that's not Eradication, and I kind of don't care about that. I care about the Challenger. The Challenger kind of sucks, but I guess I can kill the Evelyn with the Might. Oh, this has Challenger too. They both have Challenger. I can kill either of them, I think. Depending on what they grab, obviously. Okay. I mean, this thing's more annoying, right? Let's see, so they can block this, and they still have 5 damage coming in. Yeah, how's everyone in chat doing? I may be under the weather, but that doesn't mean everyone else has to be under the weather. Okay, so the problem I'm having is that the only way I win if I open attack and they have nothing, the only way I'm winning there is, if they have nothing here and we draw damage from, like, burn, right? Because we'll need to deal 2 extra damage. Because, like, they block this, and then we're still dealing 5 with these cards. Because, you know, this is dealing 1. I think if we develop MF, if they have Eradication, they are killing their own Evelyn. They're wiping their own board, too. Which is, like, not that big of a deal, because, you know, we're basically out of cards. But I think I do need to put us in a situation where we're... like, I could have open attacked. It might have been more correct to open attack now that I think about it. Like, just because of cards like that, because it's really hard for us to come back from this situation, but also, like, they have a handful of cards. I think it's almost as likely that we're going to get screwed by one thing as it is that we will get screwed by the other. So, there's definitely merits to both lines. Because they could have had Ruination, it might have been more correct to just open attack and pray. That's kind of where I'm thinking. And also, like, we're only drawing dog shit at this point. Yeah, we can't win from this position, unfortunately. There's no world where we are able to win from there. We can keep going, though. I don't think we got anything that we needed, or that we will need for a deck. Uber off. I mean, this is not going to be an easy matchup just because they're on the healing is cheating cards. We have... Also, I didn't tell you guys, right after I ended stream, I got a prismatic chest, and this is what I opened from it. I figured it was fitting since it's the card we're playing with. I think the problem you run into with aggro is that, like, the meta right now isn't super good for aggro. Just with, like, as you get higher up in ranks. Might be sick. Welcome to the COVID wave. I don't know if I have COVID. Like, I don't have, like, the normal symptoms for that, but... How you doing today, Tempest? So I DRS prediction that one third of the country will get COVID in the next couple of months. I mean, isn't it eventually just going to be like the flu at that point? I wonder if we should... No, we probably shouldn't attack him with that, right? We're, like, maybe missing 1 point of damage. I feel like you should trade into this, right? I get why you want to block more damage, but isn't this technically more damage over time? It is pretty good for them that this got Fury, though. You know, we might actually have enough plunder cards in this deck to run the monkeys. Monkeys might be the only way that we're keeping up. The problem I'm having is, like, I don't really have good ways to keep up with the board anymore. I guess I don't personally care about taking the damage. Like, we'll try to trade into this if they give us the opportunity, but... No, actually, maybe we just don't trade. It might just be better to do this. Alright, let's just go for pirouettes, I guess.
Ich schmecke lieber. Juhu.
See, they're on lifesteal cards, which makes this kind of hard.
Heute seid ihr King.
Finger am Abzug. Ich kümmere mich drum.
Kinku, haltet durch.
Alright, 5 is a good number. I don't know why they actively took the extra damage, but I'm not complaining.
Dank alter Masken sehen junge Augen klar.
Die werden für Noxus bluten.
I kind of have to play Darius, even if they do end up having a way to just kill him this turn with like a challenge or something, because
Sie sind nichts.
Folgt mir.
alright. So you can block this.
Kein fairer Kampf.
Hab dich im Visier. Bist scharf auf eine Kugel, was?
No, you know what? It actually doesn't really matter. We should probably try to kill this though.
Hab dich im Visier.
We're going to 1. They're going to... I can't block better than this, right? No. We're blocking the highest power stuff. And thankfully they didn't have form up or anything. I should probably open attack, I think. Alright, we have double, we had double make it rain.
Beide Hand.
Wir widersetzen uns.
I don't know if they live if they block with that. No, they don't. They're still dead.
Du bist komisch.
Alright, sweet. Alright. Thankfully, even though they cheated with healing, we were able to win. Just by knowing how block order works. That if something goes to attack with lifesteal, it doesn't have overwhelm. I think I want to just... Like, keeping parlay is kind of... Keeping parlay is kind of interesting. Because, like, on the one hand, a lot of our good one-drops are plunder units, but on the other hand, like, that's a turn 2 play, basically.
Immer.
Especially against something like Karma Set, where we really just need to be putting on as much pressure as possible. They are in Freljord. I think I do want to just, like, not worry about Avalanche, like, ever. Probably have to take the healing, right?
Gibt noch eine Menge umzulegen.
Well, they're not in P and Z, so they don't actually have removal for this, which is good. Do I think they're running a buff to have this kill the misfortune? Not really. Though, is it just smarter to just, like, let them trade into this first? Yeah. Interesting. I'm pretty sure we should... Maybe we should just open attack and get this off. Since we have the might and stuff too.
Totes braucht kein Gold.
I don't hate that. It's like really good for us if they have to use a harsh winds here. Even that's fine. Not like preferred, but it means on like a more important attack they won't have that. Okay, Omen Hawk off of that is really good. Okay, that's a really good hit for Omen Hawk to hit.
Oh, ich hoffe, wir können Freunde werden.
Not really the card I was hoping to hit. I don't think we have any way to utilize this. I think I'm okay with them trading here so we can just develop MF. Because right now, Avalanche kills more of their board than it does ours. Interesting. I didn't realize people actually main deck this card. Wild. I mean, we probably just lose the game now, but interesting. I didn't even realize that was like a main deckable card.
Noxus wird sich erheben.
Yeah. This matchup's pretty brutal. We're supposed to be able to win it by like just being quick and aggressive, but unfortunately Karma Set just has too many tools that we can't deal with. Like that.
Die holen wir uns, Crew.
Interesting. Pretty decent for us. Yeah, I don't think we can win this matchup. Unfortunately. I mean, that is kind of good for us, though. Like, hold up. Oh, wait, we actually can just do this again. Okay. Oh, maybe we're on to something here.
Niemand kriegt was mit.
Actually, we probably attacking like this. Whack, whack. The problem is that, like, our next attack turn, if they develop a Karma now, means that we're kind of screwed.
In jedem Hammerschlag lebt weiter.
We're probably just doing this next turn. It's actually, like, really sucks, because I want to do this, but I'm pretty sure they just Nopify it. But then yet again, I guess if they do Nopify it or something, then we're just going to play these other cards and then do this on the open. Or I guess after the open. And if they don't Nopify this or anything, then we just play Riptide after they develop Karma and hope he kills it. It's kind of the only world in which we win, by the way, is like they don't have any like good ways to develop into the game right now. Okay, that's fine. Sure, friend. Like, I definitely need to just do this open attack.
Meister Doran.
Actually, we don't even have lethal with this. Which is unfortunate. But I do need to, like, try to win this turn. Because I think if, like, any of their cards are their champs, we do just lose the game.
Ich bin die Hand von Noxus.
I'll be honest, Darius's voice actor in this game doesn't exactly match what, like, I expect him to sound like. I mean, they don't have a way to address these. They're still taking Darius damage. Like, this is an amount of health we can come back from. Maybe not anymore.
Antwort liegt im Inneren.
We would have needed one of these cards to be Fervor.
Gibt es Hoffnung?
Ihr habt ohne mich angefangen.
Cool. Alright, now we just lose. But I'm gonna force us to play it out, because there's a chance that they misplay. It's better than them playing set.
Keinen Hinterhalt wert.
Well.
Speere bereit.
Actually. I don't think they have any way to win from this position. At least, like, this turn, I should say. I'm kind of chilling. That's not super good. Probably should have done that first, though, friend. Also, probably should be using this. If only I had might.
Du?
Suchst du das hier? Überleben durch Brutalität!
When is this recall on the Darius? It is a recall, or it's a stun on the Darius. Which is definitely not better. Alright, well, I can't do anything about the high show.
Ich treffe immer.
Don't you have a free card this turn? Why aren't you casting it? Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I didn't have a way to win this game anyway.
Die Schlacht ist verloren, doch der Krieg tobt weiter.
This is the unfortunate thing about aggro right now, is that aggro's just not very good. At least into, like, a lot of the popular meta decks. Like, this is probably fine. I think this matchup is fine for us. We just probably don't want Darius. We probably just want, like, yeah. This seems fine.
Ich treffe immer.
I mean, we might as well, like, go in for this with the 2-drop. I maybe should be saving it for
Ich
Zed,
handle mit
but
Gold und Massaker.
Visiere an. Hey!
we miss out on 1 damage that way, but meh.
Suchst du Ärger? Ich hab hier welchen.
If they attack in with this, they just lose it to MF. Okay. Hmm.
In Reichweite. Befehl des Captains. Kugel ins Gesicht.
I'm totally okay with this because we'll probably just parlay it. Unless I want to try to deal more damage. No. Oh, I did kind of forget about him. Could attempt to fervor him, or we just develop this. And worry about Zed next turn.
Der Jodel hier gehört zu mir.
I think doing this is better than trying to kill the Zed. I mean, we lose 1 damage off of this, but... I'm probably not blocking anyway.
Akzeptiere dein Schicksal, wie ich auch.
Like, this is a lot of damage coming through, but it's not lethal, and they don't have reach. Not anymore, anyway. I did forget about the Chariot Shark, but... They don't even have a way to attack on open. What we can attempt to do is kill the Zed with a forced trade. Alright, we're gonna play this instead. That's a good one. I wish that its effect was summon and not play, but I get it.
Da will jemand kämpfen.
I guess I want to just do this, yeah. Just because, like, I mean, I'm still dead to a Twin Discipline. You know what? I'm dead to a Twin Discipline either way. I'm not dead to Wuju style if I do this. Yeah, okay, I'm not dead to Wuju style if I do this. You do have to block with the Zed. And Mark.
Ich bin ein wahrer Meister.
I mean, they don't have a way to stun at 2 mana. Brothers Bond carry. Yeah, I mean... Hey, Brothers Bond is like a decent card. How you doing today, Godzilla? They should have let it through. Was only 9. Well, was it? Was it not lethal? Well, no, because I got the 1 card that gives me 1 damage. So, if I got that back in my hand, I just recast it, and that was 10. And they were at 10, right? Because we got the focus speed card back. So I'm pretty sure they'd die if they did that. Yeah, who's bronze now, huh? I don't play this game, but you will make fun of me nonstop for mistakes I make. I maybe should have, like, tossed this back, but I think just having a 1-drop, even if it's just a fearsome 1-drop, is fine. Especially because it just, like, prevents them from attacking, and they won't be able to block it next turn anyway. I've lost the joy from this game long time ago. What was the last deck that you remember, like, you really enjoyed? Like, it actually brought you joy playing that deck. Do you remember anything like that at all, Tempest? I mean, I could also just, like, not attack and let this hit me for 1. Azir Aurelia? Like, the initial Azir Aurelia? Or, like, any version of Azir Aurelia that came afterwards? I assume you mean the version, but I don't know if there was, like, a time afterwards that really brought you joy. It's been years. I only play it out of boredom at work. Do you not play Marvel Snap? I only suggest Marvel Snap because it is really good for, like, when you're bored at work. Just, like, having something. To be honest, I was gonna say, if they don't develop something,
Zähne und riesige Fäuste.
I can't play Snap on my phone. Like, it doesn't work. I mean, I'll take a 2-2 fearsome, I guess.
Fortuna liebt die
Honestly, I get Masters every season as a compulsion. I don't know why I do it. Do you even like card games? Maybe that's your problem, Tempest. Maybe you just don't like card games. we ever think about that?
Die Waffen stehen dir super.
Feuerkraft hat immer Stil.
Fighting a Timmy.
Ich hab meine Befehle.
Poro King Orn. Alright, I know for a fact if I attack in with this, we're gonna get Poro snacked. So I think the best thing we can do is... What if we, like, just trade it with the Misfortune? And force the trade to make this thing bigger? I don't think that's very good either.
Das sehen sie nicht kommen.
Zeit, Gold zu verdienen.
At least if we do that... Well, wait, this thing's gonna have toughness, too. Yeah, no. So you can do the 2-2 as the second attacker. Like, I see what you mean. Yeah, but I'm thinking now, this thing gets toughness. So I think we just do this. Like, I don't think we're really breaking through much. Oh, they didn't have Poro snacks? They do. Oh, no, they don't. They literally don't even have Poro snacks. Interesting.
Bisschen. Verflucht.
So ein...
Interesting. Interesting that they're running those cards. At all. Actually. Like, interesting that we even have these in the deck, sir. You're on Poros. I don't think they're that valuable. When I go off to school and have less free time, do you really think you're gonna have less free time? They play porn, what do you expect? I guess that's fair. They are on porn. I agree, Sky Splitter is a good card. Just like, do we really play Sky Splitter in Poros? Like, isn't your whole deck's identity just buffing your cards? You know what I mean? Law school requires you to study a lot. Nah, party now, study later. Come on, didn't you watch Dexter's Lab? Party now, study later. Party now, study Jover. Yeah. I actually don't think we can win this. If I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys.
Ich habe meine Befehle.
Like, the only thing we have going for us is that this can't block Fearsome. What did they just equip to that? The Darken Spear? Yeah.
Finger an Abzug. Ich kümmere mich drum.
Okay, so that Poro still dies. I don't know if they're quite aware of that.
Noxus.
And they can't redevelop that weapon. No Poro snacks yet from opponent, though. It's kind of bad. Oh, is this the Forge? I missed 1 damage? You're saying I missed 1 damage? Because I attacked with... I don't think... I think, like, these cards needed... These fearsome cards needed to attack first. To try to force the big Poro to block them instead of the Darius. That's just my thought, but... Okay, well, again, this deck doesn't have reach, so... Or rally. So yeah, we just let this through. It does really suck if they have Avalanche, though, for some reason. I mean, opponent's been on really... Like, you can say that Sky Splitter is maybe, like, useful in this deck, but, like, they also were on... the other thing. Also, shouldn't you have equipped this weapon? Maybe I'm the crazy one, but... Alright, well, I think it's, like, kind of basically guaranteed. Definitely want this thing in the back, by the way, because of if the cards are trading, this will just get bigger. So it's the last thing to attack. We're gonna attack like this. I don't... Like, they could have freezes and stuff, right? But I think we were pretty guaranteed to get some damage in. On the account that I don't think they want to block with everything. Maybe they did, though. What am I? Donut Tank Buster, Maddie 24 Mayo, Roji, and Micah S. Micah S. This might not be a great matchup. PNZ and Shadow Isle are, like, not a good region combination for us to go up against, but we do have Tack Token on odds, and we have, like, a pretty solid opening hand. I think we just attack in. Like, it's gonna trade into this, but I don't think there's anything I can do about it. It's a printer deck for this, but I just need to, like, force as much damage as possible early before it matters.
Bitte, fühlen Sie sich wie zu Hause. Erlauben Sie mir.
We could have also, like, make it rained. But I think what I want to do is attack in and then just play all these plunder cards.
Eau d'oeuvre. Eine Erfrischung.
Ende eines Kriegers. Gibt noch eine Menge umzulegen. Ihr habt ohne mich angefangen.
The kind of nice thing is if they play Gwen, we can just make it rain and... Alright, I think Make It Rain is worth it. It'll give Gwen one more stack, but it means that there's not two things that we need to block here. Actually, it makes the most sense to do this after they've attacked, right? Because this thing will die, not giving her the extra attack power. So this will kill this, and then we'll still take this damage. Whack. I could develop that, but I think all things considered with this matchup... Well, I don't know. If I develop... I have might. Yeah, we have might.
Ich hab meine Befehle.
So we're gonna just develop this.
Da ist sie, unser Ehrengast.
Ehrengast? Das war ich noch nie irgendwo zuvor.
Hast du eine Einladung?
Alright, so if I do this here, it's gonna be 14, 15, 16, 17. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It does put us much closer to being able to win, but we also just lose next turn because I'm pretty sure her ability is Drain, right? So here's the problem. I can put them to 1, but isn't her level 2 Drain? Doesn't this Drain? So that means that, like, even if they don't kill us next turn, they're healing. So, like, isn't it just better to only deal 1 extra damage and get the kill on this? I think it's better to kill this. Like, there's a few cards in our deck that are burn, but there's not a whole lot of cards in our deck that help us live that turn. Live the next turn, I should say. Second Gwen, too.
Was ist das hier?
Now, this time I do have to block.
Sag leb wohl.
Strömung leite mich.
Du armes Ding.
We should actually probably just do this. Is this how I want to block? Or would it be better to block? No, I think this is fine, block.
Mit jedem Nadelstich erschaffen wir etwas völlig Neues.
Alright. We just go in for the kill here.
Verlier den Faden nicht.
Alright, sweet. Wacka wacka. I think if they were a different region, we'd probably pick a different target for that, but... As it stands, Mystic Shot kills anything anyway. You see, now this is what I'm talking about, right? Like, a lot of the decks that are not, like, super meta, they are just kind of folding to the aggro. But then, like, a lot of the decks that are actually meta, it's really hard to win games. It's, like, actually kind of hard to win games with that. Oh, interesting that pops up there. I didn't even know that. I don't like keeping this as my 1-drop, but I think I do need something. Almost like this is what meta means. I mean, like... I don't know that I would say that that's what meta means, but... I will say that it's, I don't know if I'm supposed to just open attack and then, like, go wide with good units. That's fine. We still get the damage off.
Ihr habt ohne mich angefangen.
-2 power and vulnerable is pretty awful. Because this thing, like, we can just cast it once for the 3 mana. But yeah, this actually genuinely kind of sucks. It is just a 1 damage ping though, which is kind of nice.
Zu Hause ist nur ein Portal entfernt.
Hallo, neuer bester Freund.
Und hops und springt.
I swear, if they get a portal off the top,
Wohin frag ich mich?
I'm gonna be pissed. I'm a little upset. Now let's do this. And go for the pirouette this turn.
Umzulegen.
Doesn't this become a 3/3 then? I think I want to force this to trade. We'll be missing 1 damage by not attacking with this. But if it forces Nora to trade, or they just tank 7 damage, we could have put them to 6, I guess. I guess I'd rather, like, keep this as, like, a backup to, like, I don't know, maybe getting early bird or something. If, like, an early bird hits this, and then we draw a Riptide Rex, we're a little upset.
Mit leichten Schritten.
I was gonna say you should probably grab that, right? It also means turns like this where we're just not taking damage for free. Alright, not the greatest brash unit, but
Freunde, wir wollen alle nur den Krieg beenden.
okay.
Packen wir's an.
Bleib, hör zu.
What could this be? Group shot for that. I think I win if they don't have, like, double Pytos or Pytos group shot on this. Because this will deal 5. Okay. Good, good. Perfect. Excelente, even. Can you get win streak bonuses in bronze? I have to ask this because I've been losing games, so I don't actually know. Actually, I should probably check if I even have my win-loss streak correct. Because I'm not convinced that I do. Terra AR. And we're gonna go to number 796.
Zünder ist bereit.
Wer hat Lust auf Vergeltung?
Das sehen Sie nicht kommen. Hinter dir.
Interesting, I can't. Apparently I'm too new. And I'm not on Runeterra AR yet. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's interesting to know.
Die Spur ist noch heiß.
Alright, let's kill the doggo before it gets to attack. They have Prismatic Teemo.
Einen Schritt voraus.
Should I kill this?
Die Falle ist gestellt.
Ihr habt ohne mich
I
angefangen.
mean, maybe we should have just because of the flash bombs. Blitz Bombin? Blitz Bombin? Wait, that's actually kind of a pog name. Instead of Flash Bomb. Blitzkrieg Pop.
Reich.
I mean, surely they have a freeze, right? Well, that's not a freeze. Wow, their hand is just all buff spells, huh?
Jetzt
Well, it's not healing, so, you know, there's that. That's so good for us if they open attack. I don't think they will, because it's not very good for them, but...
forschen wir nach.
Was hast denn da, hm?
Alright, let's just do this. How was your Sunday, J-Broad? My Sunday is going fine. How are you doing? You know, it's actually very annoying that every time I've gone to kill something, they've had protection spells. I just want you guys to look at this. They had 3 sisters. They had double Sky Splitter. And they had Elixir of Iron. Like... how am I supposed to play the video game, dog? Literally, the only minute amount of removal that we have, they keep having protection for.
Wer tot ist, braucht kein Gold.
It's going good on that slow climb to Masters, almost there, Diamond 1. Nice. Well, good luck with the climb. Alright.
Ein kleiner Kerl hat nach mir gefragt.
I think I have to just, like, block and fervor face, maybe. And then hope that I survive to next turn. Like, you know, turn 8. Oh, okay. Well, we're just dead on open then. Oh, just kidding. We're totally alive. Alright, they had lethal.
Da kriegst du.
I mean, they've had protection spells every other instance of the way. So I guess we're about to find out if they have more. They've had 4 separate protection spells. Okay, that's what I thought. Mystic Shot? You have Mystic Shot too, on top of everything else? Alright, well, we can maybe not be dead here. Alright, just kidding. That was just very annoying. Opponent actually just had every possible answer. It's okay, though. The nice thing about Aggro... actually, I have to pee. I have to pee, guys. I'm gonna go pee. So I will be right back. Also, we might need to change our region road stuff. Yeah. Yeah, okay, we'll do this when I come back. Alright, we'll do this when I come back. Silverhawk, hello, hello. How are you? I'm glad that you're finally joining, not at the last minute of stream. Alright, got some prismatic shards, which do literally nothing for us in the early game. We do have one of these, which I think is the Path of Champions stuff, yeah. Which also does nothing for us. Unless we wanted to play Path of Champions, which we kind of don't. Region Roads, though. We went a little bit too far, but that's okay. You're supposed to do it every 4, because that gives you a bunch of champions. Okay, we actually got one of these, which is maybe more useful than other cards in our deck. Say that with your chest. Honestly, it hurts to do anything with my chest sleeper. Very tired. I'm going back to Minnesota in 2 days, thankfully. Wait, are you still, like, in this area? Like, and by that, this area, I mean, like, New Jersey, New York. Like, are you on our side of the continent? I've been in New Jersey for like 2 weeks. Oh, you should have said something. I mean, you did tell me that like you were here initially. I didn't realize you were staying for that long. We totally could have tried to do something. Totally could have tried to hang out or something. I could have made it work. I just didn't realize you were here for that long. I thought you were here for like that day and that was it. Maybe you did tell me that and it's my bad. So just to recap, it is best to go every four levels of one of these. You just switch because, you know, you'll get your wild capsules. So that means that you'll get a bunch of wild cards. You probably could do it to 5 because this is like a pretty good thing too. This epic card you kind of don't care about. But then on 8, you get a champion capsule. Alright, we did get some, oh well, rip. Yeah. We should probably look at the pirate deck. Now that, like, we've gotten a few of the, like, other good cards, we could probably take some bad cards out. Like, this thing's probably actually decent. I don't know if it's maybe too much plunder. But honestly, what you probably take out is, like Darius has won us games, and so has Riptide Rex. But the problem is, like, for every game that they won us, there's also, like, other games where it just sat in our hand as, like, an unplayable card. Having 3 of this is also probably better than being on 2 copies of everything else. I'm just going to take a quick look and see if there's, like, other stuff. Plundering all over the place. Honestly, with all the plunder that we have, I think if you were, like, in this position where, like, you have all these plunder cards, I didn't really want to craft it because we spent a lot of resources already. But, what might not have been a bad idea is to invest a little bit of resources into Powder Pandemonium, unless it's epic. If it's epic, ignore everything I just said. But if it's common or rare, I thought it was 4. Is it 6 mana? How much does Powder Pandemonium cost? The problem is I can't search for it because my client's in German. Wait, am I stupid? This card didn't get rotated, did it? I thought it was still in the standard. Oh, here it is. It's 7 mana. Oh, that's quite expensive, but... And it is an epic. So, yeah. Like, honestly, if you somehow found yourself in a situation where you had, like, enough resources to craft 3 of this, which, like, we almost do. Actually, we do have enough resources for 3 of it. If you really wanted, like, this pirate deck to work, and, like, work kind of well, I think this is the card you need to be on. Because, like, on turn 7, on, like, turn 5 or 6, you could play this if you have mana banked up. Because you do have a lot of plunder, right? Like, we have Pirouette. We have the Forche Fryboterin. You've got these 1-drop homies. And you could probably find other plunder cards if you really wanted. Oh, Rex. We're on Riptide Rex right now. I'm almost like tempted to cut the Darius and put in the vulnerable unit. Let's try it. Let's see if it feels like much worse without like a top end Darius or something. You know, the other nice thing about having the win-loss counter is showing roughly how many games it takes to get out of a division. That's the only nice thing about it, really. Because if you count the 3 games that we played Nasus, Vigar, Senna, and lost all 3 games in a row, we're technically at 16 games in bronze. Alright, Karma Callista is interesting. I think I'd rather have Warden over Battlecaster. I'd rather have a different 1-drop, but I guess if this is the only one that we've got... Okay, that's a much better 1-drop.
Ich schieß ner Bilgewespe die Flügel ab. Finger am Abzug. Befehl des Captains. Kugel ins Gesicht.
I wonder if... Like, I don't actually know how to translate into every language. So I wonder, like, if every card that has a different voice in different languages... Are they all, like... just the English voice lines translated, or do some of them have, like, their own thing going on? You know what I mean? Excuse me. Also, just, like, look at this, right? Why would you play this now? Okay. I don't think that card was your biggest threat, friend, but you do you. But yeah, like, look at this. Like, opponent is gaming. Opponent's definitely doing something. I don't know if gaming's the right word, but it's something. Also, we might need to take out some spells. Like, we don't necessarily need... Like, imagine if this, instead of being Might, was the 2-mana monkey spell. I don't even know what this does. Oh, it just gives them an exact copy of it? Okay. Interesting. I, like, kind of want to play this. But if I play this, yeah, I won't be able to. So I think we're just going to pass. Let's see, this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, okay. Opponent just didn't want to play the video game anymore, I guess. Gaming. Alright, so we're finally out of bronze. And now we're in silver. Silver. Which means it's time to pick a new deck. What do we want to try to build? Or at the very least, see if we can build. Because, like, this deck was fine. In fact, you might even be able to make this a little bit better now that I think about it. Like, we might have better cards for it. And I do stress might, because I don't actually know off cuff if we did get anything for this deck. Technically, Fervor. We did craft Fervors. And I think Fervor is fine in this list. I think if you were actually to try to fit in Fervor... What are we at? We're at 10. You probably go like this, right? Take out the one Might, because there's very few cards in this deck that don't already have Overwhelm. And then, like, the other stuff that you would change about this list is just, like, the ratios of certain cards and, like, start trading cards out for Overwhelm units. Nasus Vigar, I don't think is even worth playing. You know, we crafted this Teeko Kayle deck. We should probably just try it, but I also think that we did definitely get cards for this. And I should be attempting to put them in. I think I'd rather get rid of, like, cards like this first. Since we did get these two things. These, like, this was a very good hit. This was a pretty good hit, too. We might actually want to craft more of this. Because this is really not almost at all about, like, Teemo, and more just about the fact that he's a low-cost unit that has elusive. We probably don't need the doggo. Let's see, what's our breakdown? Why is that all the way over there? Is it always like this in the German client? Where the number of landmarks is just, like, incredibly out of place? Is that normal? So, 26, 36, 39, 40. I don't know. I think this is probably the best this is going to get. Outside of Kayle, we don't really have any top end, and I don't think we need any, realistically. Not unless we were going to try to fit in, like, Mini T or something. Alright, let's just make sure everything we're crafting are commons. Looks like it. Except for this is 3 copies of epics, but I think we have enough epics to go around, yeah. We've got, we've actually, like, are now kind of swimming in resources, so if we want to spend a few to try out this deck, I think it's fine. Also, we can ball, because we have a skin. Actually, I want that skin to be front and center. I want to show that I'm at least someone who remembers the Rising Tide format, damn it. Alright, so we're finally going to play this Teeko Kayle deck from a while ago. We should reset the win-loss record. The scariest thing about living in an apartment complex, right, is that every so often when my neighbors are trying to get into their apartment, it sounds like they're trying to get into my apartment. Just because of the way that the keys are. No, that's just chat. Sino, how you doing today? Welcome, welcome.
Lange lebten wir ohne Gerechtigkeit, doch stets mit Hoffnung.
Juhu, eine noch größere Waffe.
Just Sleeper? Wait, what's Just Sleeper? Oh, Just Sleeper trying to get into my apartment? I don't know. I feel like the only reason Sleeper would want to get into my apartment is because he needs a place to sleep, and not for any other reason.
Wir hüten das Feuer und hoffen auf ihre Rückkehr.
Magma und Asche für Wollibär.
They need a place to ooh. Listen, if anyone lives in your walls, it's Sleeper. Sounds about right.
Wenn man mich jetzt sehen könnte. Wir sind auf meinem Boden.
You know, I actually kind of want this gone. I don't have a whole lot of other targets for Pytos in this matchup, so we might as well just preserve our units.
Wir kämpfen für ein Freljord.
Alright. At 6, she has quick attack, and at 11, she levels. Is it Kayle? Well, so I'm wondering, right? Like, what I could do instead of Kayle is I could develop a little bit more with, like, this thing, and then one of my 2 cards will give this augment. But so I'm thinking right now, she'll be at 6. Because I think she gets +1/+0 for attacking. Like, I think she gives herself +1. But then she'll be at 7, 8, 9, 10. So she'd only be at 10 if I do it right now. If I develop this unit and then attacking with Kayle, she'll level next turn. And also, I think maybe it's better to just play Beard. Just to get the Chime on the deck. I could have done this, but... Or I could develop both, too, honestly. Just that this thing isn't, like, surviving Kayle anyway. Alright.
Ich erfülle eine heilige Pflicht.
Now, if she lives, she will most definitely level up. Okay, yeah, she's living. No ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Und schmiedet nur Ketten.
Deathless? That's unfortunate. But I guess I have pings for it.
Bereit, Hammer?
She's actually almost a 16. So she'll almost be leveled.
Das ist unser Heimatland. Nicht nachgeben.
I actually have lethal if they block like this. Go ahead and reduce the cost of units in your hand, buddy. Unless you have one that will give you the heal 2, which I guess you don't. Gonna say maybe they've played enough spells and skills that something costs 0 that can give them the Elder Dragon boon to heal 2, but
Die Frevler haben gerecht.
could they have blocked more? I wasn't really paying attention, if I'm gonna be honest. They did full block? Okay. I'm just taking a look at, like, the best decks in the format right now. And I think all of them require champs that we just don't have access to right now. Other than Nardarius. Nardarius is one of the top decks in the format. And we do, like, we only need to craft a few. Honestly, you could probably, I'm just looking. Outside of needing, like, one more Darius and one more Gnar, I think this is actually a deck that you could, like, mostly make right now if we really wanted to. Let's keep one of these. They couldn't block better on this attack. At least I don't know if the earlier they could have. You have 2 Darius. We have 2 Darius, but doesn't this run 3 Darius? Oh no, it's only on 2. Interesting.
Links, 2, 3, 4.
Hop, 2, 3, 4.
Segnet die Gläubigen und versenkt die Ketzer.
Ich spiele die Gegend aus. Mehr Pilze.
Alright, we'll see if they develop next turn. They might just open attack.
Zeit für meinen Auftritt.
I think this play is better.
Wir kennen das wahre Licht.
This dies if they attack in with it. We can develop this. And the next turn we can do these 2 spells. Yeah, so the only thing we wouldn't be able to make for Darius Gnar is the Crimson Pigeon. Not without using all of our resources for epics. That's okay. Not attacking in with this is actually really good for us.
Darfst du behalten?
We're going to develop. I'm pretty sure Bloody Business is 4 or 5 mana. Alright, so they don't have that. It's 4. Okay. So they can't play it anymore. Wow, they're gonna kill the Teemo with the LeBlanc spell. Damn. I didn't think Teemo was that scary, but... Actually, wait. You know what makes way more sense? Is to do this. And then this way, Asmith can target one of these two. And maybe we just don't attack in with this, because I don't really want them getting free trades for no reason, because I do need something to block this LeBlanc with later. And they got 0 value out of the Yodolski, because they didn't attack last turn. Which is very good for us. Unfortunately, I can't actually use this, like, for no reason. They will not level if they just do this. I still can't block the LeBlanc, but I can make it so something can block this and not be dead. Well, like we said, I feel like not attacking in with this is doing them a disservice at this point. Like, honestly.
Meine Klinge wird die Dunkelheit erhellen.
I don't know what Asmith is supposed to target. Well, that doesn't kill, which I'm fine with.
Hingabe durch den Kampf.
So shield level. So now they just need to draw 2 puff caps, which I don't have a whole lot of faith that they'll do, because I never seem to get any good puff cap hits. Yeah, no. Never.
Eine perfekte Marionette.
Honestly, the least scary thing they could be doing right now.
Ich werde Freljord
Still not very scary.
Geschärfte Klinge, sicherer Sieg.
Okay, so we're fine. They might kill this with the with this thing.
Du gehörst mir.
Yeah. That is unfortunate. Do they have enough for 3 reach? I think technically they do. But I think this is also our best chance at winning, is like the 2 Esmus. I could have also blocked 1 more damage, but I think putting damage on the Ash is... Yeah, maybe we should have just, like, blocked 1 more damage just to not be dead to a surprise fervor. That probably would have been smart. Smarter, anyway. Well, as cool as that is... Oh, okay. We don't... Problem solved. I was coming up with all these lines that we might have to take. Turns out, problem solved for us. Nice birth, Lethal. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, no, sometimes, you know, we just, sometimes it just happens. Teemo Yumi might be hard. I think I want, like, none of this. Especially if we're on turn 1. We just want to attack.
Nimm uns bei der Hand. Wir brauchen dich.
Well, I don't want to attack into that. So I think we just wait. Also, earlier about you not finding Powder Pandemonium, many cards you can just find by just searching their English name. Not all, though, for some reason. Interesting. Alright, let's make this lifesteal unit big. It's, like, technically 1 less, like, stack that Kale's getting, but it's also, like, forces them to do plays like this. If they're smart, they should probably prank first. Alright, so we will pie toss, and then we'll do these cards. Hopefully I'll actually hit some chimes. I want to keep this in hand because of chimes, and all my other cards are spells at the moment.
Lange lebten wir ohne Gerechtigkeit, doch stets mit Hoffnung.
Wo sind wir dieses Mal gelandet, Buch? Wo ist der Held für meinen Helden? Verbrecher, aufgepasst! Mama ist bewaffnet.
My thought is, like, make everything deal 4 so this thing can't block, but they probably just, like, block the weapon one with this and let the rest of this damage through, maybe.
Juhu! Eine noch größere Waffe!
I just, like, want to make sure that, like, if this thing blocks, it dies. I'd rather this Yumi not just get free stacks for no reason. I mean, look, that is perfectly fine with me if you want to block with this. Man, their chimes... I'm sorry, their Glock. Their Glockies. Yeah, their Glockies are, Alright, we should probably make it so this thing is silenced, right? It's, like, technically less damage, but also it's, like... No, we should probably make this thing silenced. I don't know, unit barrage is kind of bad for us. I kind of would rather silence the Yumi target. I mean... Oh, I didn't realize Yumi was reduced cost. Wait, when did this happen? Wait, when did she get reduced cost? I can't even tell what card reduced her. Oh, it's this thing? Oh, they didn't even play her. Okay. Well, that's fine, I guess. I mean, we can technically kill this eventually. You probably... I was gonna say, you probably want to cast that, right? Yeah, I don't think we ever actually cast that in this matchup. We do need Kayle, though. Kayle would be kind of sick. Alright, this is what we do. We got the second silence because the Lord has favor on us. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna silence whatever this Yumi pops onto. Also, I can buff this if they try to kill it. Yeah, I kind of like that. I don't know if they just, like, forgot that we have this. They literally pranked it. If you silence Skip, you lose Hirazi. I mean, yeah, but I think her not being able to do anything is better than us having access to our one of Hirazi, honestly.
Der Himmel in Flammen, Götter brennen im Sternenfeuer, alle Lebenden beobachten gemeinsam ihr Ende.
It's just a funny interaction. Oh yeah, no, definitely. I'm gonna hold on to this for a hot minute. Because I don't know what this card is. And this card might be a scarier attack card.
Allein für sie.
Don't kill Skip. Like, I know what you're saying. If we kill the Skip, they can put the Yumi back onto here. But I don't know that, like, losing 2 units to this Skip is better. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I guess we could do this. And then just do this next turn. But, like, I would block with 4-2 and use the pie to finish it off. But that would be my play. I don't think that would even kill it. Because it's at 2, right? Yeah. We'd still have 1 left. But, Chris, how you doing today? We take 12 here. You want to just not block at all? They're P and Z, though, and they clearly have burn. I think going to 6 is a bit... Like, I mean, I guess we do have a 7-4, but if they... Alright, fine. We won't block. YOLO. YOLO.
Mama ist da.
Solange ich atme, hoffe ich.
Alright, so we have lethal if they just try to not block.
Achtung, bleihaltig.
Let's keep this up. Okay, a pie.
Scheibenkleister.
Geister, holt mich.
The reason I didn't like doing the Pal Cascade first is, like, I want to be able to trade into something.
Ein neuer Tag im Dienst.
Meine Klinge wird die Dunkelheit erhellen.
Damn it. Why are you one off?
Die Gegend aus.
Damn it, Kale. You're one off.
Wollte nur helfen.
This was an amazing game, by the way.
Ich kenne den Weg.
Alright, we open attack. And we actually still have lethal unless they have healing somehow.
Erstatte Meldung.
Alright, well, I don't mean to slow roll you, but I kind of have to play these at slow speed.
Wo geht's lang, wo? Wie? Du folgst die ganze Zeit mir?
Alright, GG, friend. Just in time for an ad break.
Ich steige auf im göttlichen Glanz.
You can't play it fast, it ain't slow rolling. I'm just saying, man, like... Alright, here, you know what? There's technically an ad break that's supposed to be happening, so while we wait for that, I will just update some stream stuff. And check out our openings. Oh, hey. This could be something good. Okay, so... Interesting. We got a second Legion. I don't think this card's particularly that great, but... 9 days to finish the pass. You know, I need to do that on my main account. I do need to actually finish the pass on my main account. I haven't done that yet, and I did buy it. Wait, if I do this... Oh, I can't. Okay. It does nothing. Okay. I just had to be sure. I was gonna say, did I break it? It does nothing because you don't have daily rolls. Well, I thought it was like get a new quest, not like re-roll. Like in Marvel Snap, you can pay like in-game gold to just get 2 quests, right? Those are not very interesting Demacia cards, homie. Alright, so now we're like building up a nice little stockpile of cards. Where like we can actually like start building like probably somewhat decent decks. P and Z, Shadow Isles, or Ionia. Probably, I was thinking as far as, like, in terms of, like, things that we can actually use in the future, I think it's probably gonna have to be Shadow Isles, right? Because I'm just thinking, like, with Shadow Isles, we have the chance to grab Eradication or something. Which we probably want. I thought the other 2 spell was Pie Toss. I can't read German. No, it's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. None of us can read German. Not even Der. I missed a time when each expansion they added rewards to region roads. Yeah. I kind of wish that they would, like, put a few more things on the region roads. I mean, granted, it is already a lot of cards, but, like, it could be even more cards. Know what I'm saying? Alright, this is a card that, like, definitely needs to go. Like, we definitely need to cut that card when we have the chance. It makes sense they stopped doing it, but I love the rewards. Yeah. I feel ya.
Segnet die Gläubigen und versenkt die Ketzer.
Hab ich aus einer Nebenmission.
Hate Spike? Yeah. Can't do anything about that. But I also don't think that an open attack was necessarily all that smart. Teemo literally is just in here because he's a 1-mana elusive. Alright. Not awesome, but I do need to develop this anyway. Maybe it could have blocked. No, it has regen. There's no reason to.
Darfst du behalten.
Jeder Magier muss seine Verbrechen büßen.
Teemo has always been just a good aggressive. Yeah, agreed.
Glaub mir, ich mach keine Witze.
Do I even need to spend the mana doing this? I guess it's probably better than it going up to 4 mana.
Die kriegen wir.
We're not, like, really an aggro deck. Like, I mean, we're kind of an aggro deck, but we're more so just, like, wide board into Kayle, make everything super big. This is actually a matchup where this card matters. Well, goodbye, Hobie. We could do that. No, we can't. We physically can't.
Oh, verflixt. Endlich, wir haben ein Maskottchen.
I remember back in the day when P&Z Noxus Burn was the best deck, they literally played one Teemo because he's just a good one-drop elusive that can be a turn 1 deal 6. Yeah. I remember it too.
Ich erfülle eine heilige Pflicht.
Okay, that's kind of good for us, I guess.
Juhu, eine noch größere Waffe.
Like, ultimately, I need to get this thing leveled if I'm gonna actually win the game.
unvermeidlich.
This is actually really good if they trade all these. They can kind of get another big board. But at least, like, we're having, like, good trades here. Alright, that's worse for us, but still manageable. They even nerfed a rear guard after that to a 3-1 just to buff it to a 3-2 again when Shurima dropped the 3-1. Yeah, no. I remember it very well. Don't you worry about that.
Vergiss mich nicht, Kleiner. Bitte.
Well, they didn't have Mordekaiser. If I do this, they don't have any good targets for Mordekaiser anymore, and I don't want to block this with the Kayle. I'd rather just hit it with Darkness, honestly. I wonder if this is actually a good thing to Bastion, just to get this thing off the board. Because Hate Spike is deal 3. And, like, this unit's gonna die anyway. But I think forcing the trade here is better. What on earth is happening here? Interesting. Really hope we draw a unit. The other thing we could have done is try to level Kayle, but, like, her level doesn't do much if she's not 16.
Wahrheit, führe mein Schwert.
Ja, du wirst genügen.
Ein finsteres Schicksal. Kämpfe, fliehe, es macht keinen Unterschied.
We should probably do, like, one of these now. It's a shame I don't have, like, a cool way to, like, combo her into 16 power in one turn.
Heiliges Feuer, vertreibe die Finsternis.
I personally think Kayle should level up on attack. Even if you need to make her stats a little bigger to compensate. Personally. Oh, why would you play this? Okay. Playing this is really scary because of Mordekaiser having a Mordekaiser spell. They have Death Realm. That's why I'm, like, not playing the Teemo right now. Alright, they don't have Death Realm.
Ich bin noch nicht fertig mit dir.
In der Natur ist es doch am schönsten.
But they might have Vengeance for this, which I can do quite literally not a thing about. Do you need to attack for her to level? No, you do not. Yes, you do. So you probably need to attack like this. Vengeance, yeah. Very unfortunate. And I only have one spell shield. I kind of thought that was going to draw me a card, but now I'm realizing I didn't play anything. And they have Hate Spike. Yeah, this game's over, unfortunately.
Ich bin noch nicht fertig mit dir.
Melde mich.
Damn it. Kayle needs to not suck. Give Kayle Spell Shield and make her level up on attack. And also just give her, like, plus 30 power when she levels up. I don't see how that could possibly backfire. It sounds perfectly balanced to me. That is a matchup, though, where I don't know why this worked. I don't know why just typing in Spell Shield worked, but here we are. Honestly, this is what I was saying, is that, like, this card's actually not that bad. Like, in this deck. If you, like, craft 3 of this to put in the deck, maybe we do just, like, change the deck up a little bit. Because giving Kayle Spell Shield is pretty important. Let me go pee, though, first, guys. I'll be right back. I know I just went pee, but I'm kind of sick and... yeah. What am I trying to do? Okay, we're back. This card could be interesting in this deck, too. The problem is that it shackles the unit. Like, what should I cut if I want to put in these, right? Because I think these are probably cards that we'd want to run. Because like, that will be the biggest issue with this deck is Spell Shield and stuff. You probably cut Pup, and you cut this thing. And then you put in, like, 3 of the Ruby. I think all of this is really good. Really solid. Could probably cut Pytos. You'd want more copies of this, too. Azmith is definitely a 3 of. See, I just don't know if it's worth, like, using these resources for this. Because, like, I don't know if this is a deck that's worth, like, putting a lot of resources into. If that makes sense. Like, what we're kind of looking for here is, like, closer to budget-type decks. And I think that since we have Kayle and Teemo, this is actually, like, fine. This thing's a common, so I don't care too much about using up our commons, because you just get those out the wazoo in this game. Iula would also be good, because we don't really have a whole lot in, like, turn 3 plays. No, I think no deck runs Harazi more than as a 1 of. Really? Alright. I'll keep it as a 1 of. Maybe, like, having another elusive unit. Although, I don't know if I'm supposed to be running Bandle Commando, or if I'm supposed to be running a Grossvaterfey. Grossvaterfey. His name sounds a bit more badass in German, not gonna lie. Considering he's just a freaking mushroom thing with a bunch of owl cats. Oh, wait, didn't we... Hang on, didn't we open a really good 3-drop? Hang on, I'm just remembering now. Hold up. I think we opened a really good 3-drop recently. Yeah, we opened this guy. And this thing. We actually have some pretty decent 3-cost cards. Alright, what do we cut, though? So we definitely put you in. You're, like, actually pretty good. We already have an issue of drawing a lot of spells. Or, like, not units. Because they are, like, a quarter of the deck. So I don't really want to do more, because we do have a lot of chimes as well. So if I'm cutting something for this, it needs to be not a unit. Like, it either needs to be, like, the chime generator, or, like, this. I don't think we can cut Bastion. There's too many good use cases for Spell Shield. That, like, since we're already low on cards, we might as well just keep this. But I don't hate getting rid of something for the Sun Disc Blade. Maybe we get rid of a Pytos. Like, maybe we get rid of a Pytos and we run 2 copies of this. Or we just run 2 more copies of this. Because this is also, like, this is a really decent card. Landmark is cycling itself. Well, the Landmark is more because, like, there's certain cards in this deck that don't have a way to give themselves power. Like, the Bandle Commando and Azmith don't have ways to buff themselves. So, like, being able to hit chimes on these, or even if you just don't have your other, like, power-giving stuff, like, just having chimes is fine. And this does put a good amount of chimes in the deck. And you do kind of want card draw. I think Shepherd is better than Zenith. I think I agree. I would definitely agree with that. I mean, the landmark is good. I see what you mean. We could almost run this thing, too, if we really wanted. There is 3 copies of it. Like, we have access to 3 copies of it, and it does become elusive. So maybe that is, like, worth shoving in here somehow. I just don't know what you cut for it. Because, like, I really feel like these cards are, like, required. But I don't think Pytos is. I think we'll do this for now. We'll craft these cards. Like, we could probably cut this card, but I think there's been some matchups where this was, like, actually decent. Alright, let's try this new version. We'll play a few games of this and then probably call it for the night. Because your boy is, hella sick, man. Elzon is streaming? Also, did you guys know, you know how I've been talking about Disney Lorcana, the Disney card game? Well, they just dropped, well, okay. There's been a client, an online client that was fan-made for a while now, but it just got, like, an official Twitch category. So now we could play that if we wanted to. And have, like, an actual place to be. Mordekaiser, Gwen. Oh, okay. I actually am glad that we're finally having a chance to talk about this. You guys know how Katarina Gwen was Red Gwen? Zed and Gwen is Zed Gwen? Well, I think Mordekaiser Gwen needs to be Dead Gwen. Doesn't that just sound like a great idea? Dead Gwen? I mean, I do want this to trade, because I don't want them to have a blocker for what we're about to do next.
Nimm uns bei der Hand. Wir brauchen dich.
Das Fest ist nie vorbei, genau wie sein Lärm.
Before you had to just play it on the tabletop. Yeah, exactly.
Hab ich aus einer Nebenmission. Ich bin bereit.
Ihren Mantel bitte.
The thing is, I think, like, they rotated out a lot of the cards that made Red Gwen good. So, like, Gwen and Noxus is probably just not super great at the moment. But I don't know, I haven't seen it. I think it was Bandit Keith or someone on the APAC server who was trying this.
Wunderbar.
Juhu, eine noch größere Waffe.
Erlauben Sie mir.
Allein für Sie.
Like, I just want the board to be kind of clear, because I do need to be attacking. And if they just have, like, good blockers, it's just not good for us. You know what? You want to trade the 1-3 into this and get, like, one thing a card draw. Actually, I want to be aggressive.
Das muss mega stark sein.
Eine Erfrischung.
I want to be aggressive because Kayle is our win con right now, and I haven't leveled her at all. And I kind of need to. Okay. Okay. That's like kind of good for us.
Darfst du behalten.
Interesting. Okay. I do kind of want to draw, but also kind of don't. Alright, we're going to do this and see if we don't draw on the Kayle, because I do kind of need her right now. An open attack isn't very profitable for us. I keep thinking I have water, and I very much do not have water.
Mama ist da.
Let's stun this thing. And force the doggo to trade. That's okay. Not great, but it does still force this doggo to trade.
Juhu! Eine noch größere Waffe! Schon erledigt.
And now we're completely at the mercy of top decking something useful. I'm keeping this just in case we draw another Pal Cascade.
Chaos ist mein Werkzeug. Ich bin noch nicht fertig mit dir.
I mean, you kill this, right? Although you're still kind of dead to these, though. Like, this is 4 damage right here. I doubt he can do anything about the current board. Well, I mean, he has the rally, which is what I'm kind of worried about.
Unfassbar. Endlich! Wir haben ein Maskottchen!
Falle, Schwächling.
Yeah, no, they kill that one. However, they still have a bit of a problem, right? I could develop that, but it's giving them time to, like, develop something themselves. I think at this point in Noxus Shadow Isle, they don't have a lot of options for board wipes. So other than them sacrificing their own Mordekaiser. Indestructible.
Ich bin unverwüstlich. Unerbittlich.
Oh, is it gonna be a hate spike? Oh, vengeance. Interesting. It's a shame that this doesn't hit champs. And it's also a shame that I cut Pytos. Maybe cutting Pytos wasn't such a terrible idea. Or having Pytos wasn't such a terrible idea. Okay. Kayle will level if I get to actually play her this turn, but I can't do anything until after they've attacked twice. I mean, if they...
Ich bin noch nicht fertig mit dir.
Durch die Finsternis sehe ich etwas Neues. Hoffnung.
The problem is that, like, silencing this does nothing, right? I don't think silencing anything does anything for us other than, like, gets rid of fearsome. Believe me, it'd be great if I thought I could play Kayle this turn, but I think the truth is that I just can't. You can get rid of Hollowed. I mean, I can get rid of the Hollowed on this thing, but I can't get rid of, like, the extra Hollowed buff, right? I think I have to play Kayle. No, you know what? We still have two. You know what? We'll see. If they play another unit, we have to play Kayle, but if they don't, then... Because, like, right now we have a... Like, if I develop Kayle, she just dies in the Mordekaiser. Alright, well, unfortunately, I do have to develop her. Again, she will just die. But, I'm trying to think. They drag here. This thing attacks on the far left. They attack here, and then this thing... So I can, like, block this, and then this is 5, 6, 7. Technically speaking, I could not play Kayle, I think. I'm trying to think right now. So they grab the 6-5 with the Mordekaiser, right? Or they don't, and they just attack with those 3 units. And then I can block 3. Okay, yeah, I kind of like not playing anything. Like, this is really good for us, because it means that we might get a leveled Kayle here. Like, I mean, I'm fine with this. Because they don't have a... Well, they could have Might. If they have... I can't play around Might anyway, so it doesn't really matter if they have it or not. Because this becomes 16 Overwhelm, to which I only have 5 health. So... I mean, they could still hate Spike and kill this thing. And I think Kayle kind of needs 2 units on the board to get her Overwhelm next turn.
Gerechtigkeit ist Aufgabe der Göttlichen.
I think we actually win. I mean, I might as well just do this. And if they go to Vengeance her, we just use this. Y'all ready for this? Wait. Look at all that damage now. Your regions don't run silence. That's satisfying. Actually, winning with Kayle is very satisfying. The problem is that she just sucks in every other regard. It's the getting up to that point where you're winning the game. That is what sucks about Kayle. Alright, I think I said I would do one more, but I'm actually doing another one more. Because as it turns out, I actually do genuinely enjoy streaming. And I also appreciate all of you who are out here watching me stream. You guys make this all possible, and I appreciate you. Let's see. What do we got? Asol. Seabass, how you doing today? Welcome, welcome. I don't know if you're familiar with what we're doing, Seabass, but we made a brand new account in hopes of being able to use it when we eventually go to Europe to do like competition stuff. It's not actually a European account at the moment, but we're working on it. Been lurking with the last hour while doing a WoW dungeon. Nice. That's the new expansion, right? For WoW, I remember that there was a new expansion coming out. I don't remember if it actually came out.
Juhu! Eine noch größere Waffe! Halt das mal kurz!
No, I'm playing vanilla. Oh, really? The only WoW worth playing? That's fair. I know a lot of people that really like vanilla WoW. One of my friends used to be like a full-on degen with vanilla WoW.
Nimm uns bei der Hand. Wir brauchen dich.
All right, well, they're 1 mana short of being able to royally screw us, so. And you see, even that's, like, not worst case scenario, because we still have a Kayle that's, like, really big. It's not awesome, granted, but it is not worst case scenario. I gotta be honest, like, Kayle really, like, the best thing they can do for Kayle is make the quick attack baseline, and then, like, give her a different keyword for the Empower 6. This isn't exactly how I was expecting this to go, but I guess I'm gonna give Spell Shield to the Teemo. Or just let her flip when she hits Empower 11 instead of round start. That would also be great. That would also be an amazing quality of life change to such a character.
So schick. Das muss mega stark sein.
Alright, sweet. We're at least killing this thing. Like, I'm okay with, like, the design around Kayle. It's just, like, needs to make more sense. Oh, that's not great. I don't love that. 1, 2. Okay, good. 3. That's good, too. 4. Okay, they drew 4 zero-cost cards. Okay. Okay, yep, that's bad. I don't love that. No way to address... No, actually, I have the card that can silence a follower. But I'm pretty sure he's leveled now. Yeah, I think we lose now. Oh, wow, that's cool. I can keep my stunned unit, yeah. Whatever. I could have also kept one of the other units to have as a blocker, but with a leveled A-Soul on the board, yeah, I don't think so. I am determined to make this Kayle Teemo deck work, and if not this one, then, like, maybe a different Kayle deck. We have some rewards. Blah, 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 blah. Are any of these useful? Not particularly. That's almost as crazy as the place 3 matches for what? 3 matches for CDs yesterday? What do you mean? I'm trying to think of what that could stand for besides the D's nuts joke. Champion Draft Series? Oh, I didn't even watch it. I've been really bad about, like, actually watching Runeterra competitive stuff. And that's only lately just because, like, I haven't, like... Usually when I, like, have time, it's not live, right? And then when I do... and then when it's live, I don't have any time. Alright, fine. I'll do one more. I know I said that the last 2 games, but, like... I actually do enjoy doing this. You see, this is the thing, is that, like... you can give Runeterra all the criticism you want in the world. I still stand by that it is the best card game, at the very least, that I've ever played. But probably just, like, flat out, in my opinion. I mean, you can argue, like, oh, everything it did, it got from Magic, sure, but, like, whatever, right? I don't think I could spend this much time doing Magic Arena, if I'm going to be honest with you. Part of me really wants to keep this hand, because Kayle plus, wait, hang on. It's Ruben. Guys, wait, it's Ruben. Wait, I just noticed, this is Ruben. Is this how the dev team sees him? He should cover up his face? Damn, that's kind of savage. How dare you not keep track of the Ruzbear Invitationals? I know.
Links, 2, 3, 4. Schnell! Pilzköpfe!
I mean, the problem is I really want to be, like... more involved with Ruzbear's tournaments and stuff, because they sound super pog. The problem is that, like, he does them at, like, 11:30, 12 my time, PM.
Wohin ist der Kleine jetzt abgehauen?
I think that's the other issue I have, is that, like, because I'm East Coast, so many of, like, the Pog things that happen, just don't happen near me. You should definitely rewatch, Champion Draft from yesterday, at least the Echo Zillion versus Age of Dragon is definitely worth a watch. Interesting. Seabass, I know that you were, looking at Disney Lorcana, right? Like, at least when it first came out. I was watching a streamer today who's, like, one of, like, the top, like, 10 players, like, according to their leaderboard or whatever. And the thing that was so funny was listening to him talk about how, like, man, the game is only in its 2nd set, and already we have a tier 0 format. I guess there's just one card that's just so bullshit. And the other funny thing is that it's literally just the, it's the purple-red control deck that, like, we, not, like, you and I, but, like, the Legends of Runeterra community people, like, figured out, like, back when the game first came out. I actually kind of feel like I want to just play this. It's literally that same deck, and it's still tier 0. It's, like, got some new support cards. Where, like, this is beyond the best. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. It's still tier 0. I want to pull up the, hold on. There's a guy in the Lorcana community who makes, like, content. Or I guess I should say, he basically does the equivalent of what, okay, does this give her quick attack? It does. Alright, this gives her quick attack. Let me find him real quick. So, Lorcana doesn't have, like, a Runeterra AR like we have here. But they do have one dude who just, like, takes all the data from the online client and, like, makes pie charts off of them about the meta stats and stuff. And I just want you guys to, like, look at this and see if, like, maybe I'm crazy, but it just looks like every deck sucks in this game. Like, if you look at the pie chart. Hold on, let me... I don't want to, like, BM my opponent by doing something else, so give me, like, a second here. They're not even remotely close to leveling this, so I'm not really scared.
Lange lebten wir ohne Gerechtigkeit, doch stets mit Hoffnung.
Durch die Finsternis sehe ich etwas Neues.
Alright. How about this? Of course, everything else sucks if you have a tier 0 deck. No, no, no. Like, even the tier 0 deck, by the way that the stats look, like, maybe I'm just, like, not looking at the stats correctly or something. Like, someone tell me, like... Hold on, let me fix this real quick. Like, this is the pie chart. That's not the button I wanted to hit. Okay, hold on. Like, this is the pie chart, right? Like, look at this. The deck that's the tier 0 busted format doesn't even have a 50% win rate. And this is what is, like, considered the tier 0 deck. Is this thing. And then, like, this deck is, like, supposedly pretty good. But, like, oh, just, like, if you look at the stats, it looks like all the decks suck. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe I just, like, am not the right person to ask about stats, but, like... Is it really tier 0 then? It's based off play rate, not win rate? No, I was watching the games, and it definitely looks like it loses pretty hard. I honestly want to say that, like, this 50% win rate is because most of the top players are playing that deck and just going in mirror matches. So it just brings that, like, win rate closer and closer to 50% when every win is also a loss. Like, I mean, it also has over a quarter of the like, play rate of anything else. It's like an LOR when people play trash decks. How bad are people to be less than 50% with a tier 0 deck? Like, it does just feel, like, insanely strong just watching, like, the matchups. Is that the witch that Merlin had to duel when she was turned into an animal? In Sword in the Stone. Yeah, I think they added some of those cards to the game. Imagine how good of a position we'd be in right now if Kayle was leveled. Okay, I think technically the way that this is supposed to be is... No, actually, I think we had it right. Like, screw if they block these. They don't... I guess they technically have lifesteal, but it's all the way over here. Imagine how good a Doki Doki Literature Club Lorcana deck would be. A Doki Doki Literature Club Lorcana deck is... Does Dan Salvato work for Disney? What are we talking about? You know, actually though, Sleeper, like, I could see Doki Doki Literature Club getting a Weiss Schwartz set. Even if it's just like one of the small sets, I could see it going in there. You literally kill him with elusives. Yeah, and he's Bilgewater, so I guess he won't have silence or anything. You get to hit your opponent IRL. Alright. Sweet. Now, for real this time, I should probably leave. This is, like, pretty close to my normal stream end time anyway, but we'll open up our rewards. Okay, it's one common or rare wild card, so. Alright. Let's see, is anyone on to raid? Let's see. We need to give Seabass someone else to watch while he's playing WoW. Elzon is streaming. I haven't seen her on in a hot minute, so let's go ahead and give her a raid. She might actually be ending stream in a minute, but that would just make this more fun. Grammar hints. Oh, no idea what that means. As soon as I start reading it and I stop being a... You missed the E at the end. At the end of what? I wasn't even trying to speak German. What did I miss? What could I have possibly missed? I wasn't even trying to speak German. What could I have missed? The name of your decks? Oh. Okay, well, we'll leave it for now, because no one will call me out on it. Anyway, I'm going to call the stream here. Hope you guys have a good night. I'm, like, kind of feeling under the way. I hope by tomorrow morning I, like, feel fine, so I can still go to work. Because I do not have a lot of PTO days to spare. And I would really rather not have to, not go to a trip if I could avoid it. So, anyway, have a good night, everyone. Let's go give Elzon some love, and I will see you guys maybe tomorrow, depending on how I'm feeling. We'll see. Have a good night.
Monitors.